Hey everybody, I hope you're doing pretty well. It's time for me to do my town hall recap. Now it's already Thursday. This might not be the best time to do it, so it's going to be a little bit quicker, but we also have a new proposal to talk about. So at least there's that little added thing. Sorry I didn't get this done earlier in the week. I just was busy with other stuff. I was kind of paying attention to the US election. I actually think I was so stressed out that I messed up my teeth grinding them at the night while I slept. And I probably shouldn't take that stuff that seriously because unfortunately, both sides seem to disappoint me all the time. But let's go ahead and get into a market update. Blah, blah, blah. Gross, right? And also tell me what you think of the little blue stars up here above on the screen. I did that so that I could edit out the address bar. And so instead of seeing an address bar, you see the blue stars. If anyone knows what that's from, it's from the little picture of the Rift Watchers. Maybe I could change that out to something else. Or if I zoom out, then the problem is you might miss stuff on the left and the right here. Not always a big deal, but it ruined a video I made the other day, so that's why I changed it. So, okay. Again, I'm giving away the DEC from this one right here. I don't want to forget to do that or make you guys wait. So let's go ahead and go to the wheel. Let's give it a spin. Let's see who's going to win that 2000 DEC. I'm a few days late giving away. If it's the blank spot, I'll spin again. I don't know how that got on the wheel. Random blank spot. We got No Zem 01. Thank you for taking part. As you can see, I've upped my DEC to get ready for the Lux Vega sale, but I'm also been selling the extra canes from my group buy that I did. I just have the gold foil left to offload, and then I'll be sending out more DEC. We are a few packs short of our goal for our next buy, so if you're looking to get some Rift Watcher packs and you want to come in, there's no real commitment except for that you buy at least 50 packs, but then you get a 20% bonus if we hit our goal of 2,000. We're about 240 packs short right now of people who are interested, but we're also kind of waiting to see if the uptrend in crypto continues. We'd like to buy when SPS is back at 5 cents or 5.5 cents instead of at 4.5 cents. So, we'll see what happens with that. Okay, now let's jump into that town hall. So, something's kind of interesting. I was reading through the town hall here, and they didn't even go through the first thing I'm going to go over. And that's that Agro kind of talked about the whole the proposal system a little bit and stuff like that. And he didn't do a really great job, in my opinion. He didn't fully understand a lot of our problems with the company being the only people that can put out updates and how that kind of makes it feel like they're kind of pushing things. He did point out that the community can defeat them if the community doesn't like it, because both of those proposals I didn't pass. And the community did not want SPS to be changed for the price of validators or for the price of Riftwatcher packs. But, the company has made it pretty clear that DEC will be what everything else sells for in the future. And I think we're all fine with that. We just didn't want to go backwards in time. And I'm really glad that we didn't punish the pre-sale buyers, because had that gone through, I probably wouldn't organize these pre-sale groups anymore or take part in them, because it's like, let me just wait, because everything's going to get cheaper. They might change the prices. They might do some promo if it doesn't sell out. And it's just, we got burned once, don't burn us again. And I'm glad the community didn't do that. The good thing is, we had an update about the tower defense game. One of the cool things about the tower defense game is they say it's going to be directly integrated into the Splinterlands web page, so it'll just be like a tab where you can play tower defense, which means that anybody that Double Coconut can bring into their tower defense game is instantly going to be on the Splinterlands website and on the Splinterlands ecosystem, and it'll be very easy for them to go to the Splinterlands marketplace and buy monsters to stake into their towers. I really like that a lot. We got some good information. We saw a gameplay demo. I'm not going to run that right now. If you want to check it out, the link to the post will be in the description. You can come and click here and watch it. And they just put the roadmap out with some interesting updates. All of this stuff is live, and this stuff is coming. So it's an interesting time. They did have some interesting features that now we can use Coinbase to be able to buy credits with BTC and ETH, which is good. We did get our Splinterfist titles, and yes, I'm a high roller apparently. Kind of a funny title for the VIP ticket there. I kind of like that because I think there's only 20 of us with this title. And, I don't know if I want to always use the high roller one, but I think it is one that's going to be pretty unique. It'll be interesting to see if titles have some other use cases later on, because I know people like me, we have extras, and it's like, well, what can we do with these besides, fight for which one we want to use? It would be kind of cool if maybe you could give one of these titles to one of your Roonies, maybe, right? So I could make a really cool Rooney and then call him the high roller. There's been lots of progress on the SPS validator private net, so maybe we'll actually be asked to run validators to earn our validator reward soon. That could be something pretty interesting. The Rooney whitelist and public mint was a success in their mind, which is pretty interesting because we haven't quite sold out half of them yet. But there is more utility being designed to add to each Rooney. I did do that post over their first, hey, this is all the cool stuff we're going to do for Rooney. So make sure you watch that video if you didn't, if you want to know more of the stuff that they're doing on Roonies. And then, the SPS rewards for town and tower defense packs is live. So they just wanted to point out these kind of things. Now, not all of this is really new, but they were just tooting their own horn while they went over the roadmap here. The Lux Vega promo card sale has come out. One of the cool things here is you can get her a lot cheaper than people thought, because DEC went back down to about 0.7. So you get that about 30% off. Vouchers can be redeemed for half off. And if you went to Splinterfest, you can get a code. You can get Lux Vega for $350. So not bad, not bad at all. Plus the cost of vouchers. But a lot of the Splinterfest attendees have a lot of SPS stake. They might already have 500 vouchers. I know I already have enough vouchers for mine. One of the big things is, and now that I'm doing this video after the event, text modernization did go live, and that was the first big step of them getting us ready for land. The second step is the non-card market, so that you'll be able to actually sell land plots and totems within the game, which ought to be something kind of interesting. Also, to be able to have a third-party us reselling card packs on their site. I think that could be the next thing that kind of boosts card packs, because not everybody knows about Hive Engine. Not everybody's willing to use Hive Engine, and you can't buy Hive packs on Hive Engine with credits. So anybody who's just using the Splinterlands site and just buying credits when they want to buy stuff might, like that they're going to be able to, on the site, be able to buy packs, and then Splinterlands will do the thing where they turn that money into DEC to send to us. So that the non-card market is something I'm definitely interested to see up and going. We got the new Rooney trait document out. We got the information. There was a new song put out by Aftersound about it, so that was pretty cool. I'm actually really bullish on Roonies. I might do another special video just talking about why, even though a lot of people are not. And I'm actually bidding on one to try to get another new Rooney. And my Rooney giveaway, I'm sorry, I didn't like the Give Lab. I'm going to be looking at Gleam. I'm trying to figure out which one I'm going to be using. But I did tell you that if you take my Academy class that was launched on EMP, you're able to win a free Rooney from them. So maybe think about signing up for the EMP Academy. I'll have a link for that in the video description as well. If you've already watched my video series that's on YouTube, then you might already be ready, but it's kind of cool. Basically, you watch all 5 videos, you answer some questions, then you get to watch this special video that I made, and there's some questions on that one. Then once you've answered all those questions, you'll get onto their list for a chance to win a Rooney. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. DigiCon 12 is coming up on November 18th, so I'm going to try to attend, but we'll see. It's, we're having a Thanksgiving dinner that weekend with my in-laws because they're out of town during Thanksgiving. So I don't know if I'll be there for that much, but I'll try to make it. And then we had, some interesting little notes. The Q&A summary, we did have kind of an interesting thing. The team would like to revisit the rating system and how it currently functions. Yay! I started harping on this at the same time. Me and my buddy Sinister, who's also known as Tales from the Cryptomancer, in his videos, he did it on my streams. I did it on Twitter. I was doing it in Mav Chat. I was doing it, and we're like, this system is not working for the current number of players. When you get matched down, you get punished too damn hard. When you win 3 in a row, you go up too fast. It's all just too silly, and it doesn't work well. Botting. They're explaining that they understand that botting services are starting to get their hands into tournaments and brawls, and from the team's perspective, it's hard for them to figure out which accounts are bots. Some people use bots to analyze rule sets and mana caps to determine the best lineups and submit a team. Some other people are using bots that just show you a good lineup and you have to submit it manually. So they're basically trying to do a cop out that it's really hard for them to not let these people in. And I'm going to give a huge shout out to Weirdbeard. I've already told him this on my stream. He was so on point. This was a bad answer. This was a cop out. This wasn't good enough. Bots should not be allowed in tournaments. End of point. No tournament system out there in the world allows bots to be champions. They have special, like chess has a special thing where the grandmaster of the world plays the AI bot to see if they can beat them, but the AI bot doesn't get to be the grandmaster of the world. The chess tournament is real players. You go and play any magic tournament, only real players get to play. You go play any poker tournament, only real players get to play. This idea that they are going to like use decentralization and not wanting to be gatekeepers is getting me to the point to where I'm going to tell all of you that we should boycott the tournament system until they make a policy that says bots are not allowed. And that's all they have to do is say bots are not allowed. That'll be the first step. And then how to determine that if somebody is a bot should be relatively simple. If you try to contact that person and they don't answer you for like a month, then temporarily ban their account from tournaments, and that'll get their attention. And then they'll talk to you and then tell them, go, look, you've been accused of being a bot. If you're botting, that breaks our terms of service. You're not allowed to bot in tournaments. And then let's see it, because here's the plain fact of the matter. We had big tournaments at Splinterfest, and the guys who always win in these tournaments, they weren't there, they didn't place, and they didn't do well. So it's clear to me that they're using bots to win the tournaments. And I don't care if you use bots to play the game. I've done that before. I do that actively. But bots should not be allowed to play in tournaments. That's the stand that I have. And I'd really like to see how many of you disagree with me on that. I'm with Weirdbeard. You're never going to have a hot tournament system with real life players that people can look up to and say like, man, you know, the tough stuff is so good. Shapoon is so good. Well, they don't win the tournaments. These random names you've never heard of and faces that you've never seen win the tournaments because they're using, from what we can tell, not only a bot, but a private bot that you know, a normal player doesn't have access to. So it really, really ruins the tournament system in my mind. They did talk about the Splinterlands is growing in a bear market, that the market obviously impacts revenue overall, but they're still strong, just kind of reminding us that their team isn't going to shut down. And Matt has always pointed out that they make sure to have a good amount of runway, knowing that the crypto markets can be volatile because exchanges are super shady and Celsius is super shady. And now BlockFi apparently got caught up in FTX's shadiness. So, yay. They talked a little bit about land workers and that, the whole idea that you have to have the right leveled characters and gold foil and alpha and beta and promo cards will get additional bonuses to working on land. We got a little bit of eye candy. It had to do mostly with some of the towers, and we got to have a look at the tower defense UI, and then we got the Kane Haste. Is it Haste? Kane Ace? He's the first legendary airdrop. I did my little video claiming ours. And then we got a pretty cool Rooney page. I mean, this is really cool. Though the one thing, again, that I think all of us are starting to bitch about in the Rooney thing, they made it a little bit too hard to have a good-looking Rooney. Nobody minted anything close to anything like this. Nobody. You look at the Rooney page, they're all crappy. Sorry. Because you mishmashed the pieces too much. You made them too random. And I understand why you did it. And maybe one day there are only going to be like 10 cool Roonies to rule them all, because they're is a burn mechanism to them, and I don't mind that. But a lot of other people are going to be mad about that, and I can understand why. And I'll tell you that, like, I'm going to be burning Roonies to make my Rooney look cool. I don't care. It's going to be fun, and I'm going to have like a Rooney with like a 3 to 4 to 5x, and he's going to look really cool. And I'm going to flex on you with it a little bit, maybe. No, but it's just I want to have a cool looking Rooney. I want to have one that looks like this, kind of, or just has an overall good appeal, so that I can use it as a profile picture, so that I can put it on a jacket. I don't want to have a junky one, that doesn't match. I mean, I don't care about it being whether it's common, legendary, or rare, but the pieces need to match. And so that's the one thing I would say. Hey, you guys ever do a project like this again? If there's ever another NFT you do again, make them look good. Because right now, people who come and look at the Roonies, these gray backgrounds, these random pieces, it's just not a good look. See, that doesn't look good, and they're even showing that one off. That looks good. Don't believe that really exists. This is totally a fake one. But they're and here's a look at the non-card market inside the game. So that's going to kind of end a look at the town hall. I kind of went over it relatively quickly with a lot of my own commentary. Not all of it spectacular, but let's go ahead and go check out the new proposal. So they dropped this one on us pretty quick. There's been a few other people that covered it. So we'll just do a quick update. It looks like the burning of Chaos Legion packs is going to pass. We're at that about 260 votes. This is about how many... we're at 220 votes, a little bit less than some of the other systems, but I would say we're pretty high up there on the votes, and we are currently over what it needs to pass. So we should have this going into effect because it closes in 10 hours. But we also got a quick one that looks like it'll probably pass if the early voting stays the same. But it's to price Bloodstones and Power Stones and DEC. I see no real problem with this because Bloodstones and Power Stones are just part of the Brawl system. And having to buy those with merits is making it take even longer for people getting leveled up gladiator cards. So allowing us to buy these with DEC to me is just a good move. It doesn't really hurt anything in the game that I think of. Oh, so you can get gladiators a tiny bit faster because you don't have to spend merits on bloodstones anymore. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know who's voting against it. I'd like to hear why. But this one, to me, should be an easy pass. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me today and doing this. Remember, comment on the Hive post if you would like a chance at winning 2,000 DEC when I do my next Town Hall recap. Thanks, and goodbye.